What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back once again. We're going to be talking about some more Loki. We are finally going to be talking about episode 3. So, first off, if you guys enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments down below. If you guys have not seen it, then I do highly recommend you guys go check it out. Then come back. Then we can talk about it down in the comments down below. But let's go ahead and talk about some more Loki. But I will say this episode was probably, I don't know if I would say my favorite, but it was probably my most, I would say, entertaining. And the reason why is because we do see where Lady Loki, who later gets introduced as Sylvia, goes into the TVA, starts attacking the guards, and then Loki comes up behind her and starts trying to go after her. And then right before she's about ready to attack, I'm guessing the time vault is what I'm assuming. And right when Loki is about ready to attack her, he actually has her go into another planet / year with him without her even knowing, because they're about ready to almost get arrested both. And what's really funny is they go on to a apocalypse, basically another apocalypse that is happening on a planet where a moon is crashing into a planet, and Lady Loki, who later gets revealed as I said, Sylvia, she informs him that, of course, she does not want to be called Loki because, again, she changed her name for being incognito. And we have this, it's really funny because we see where, I don't know the actress who's playing Sylvia, so I'm going to have to look that up, but Tom Hiddleston, it kind of gets his own medicine with this, because being able to face off against another Loki, which is what she is, and they're continually just fighting off one another. And it's funny because we see a lot of like the whole way, do you ever shut up, do you do this, and it's hilarious because we do see with these two that unfortunately they are alike. They can't be trusted. They do have scars, they do have issues, but it's really interesting on how they bring everything up into this episode. Like, for example, when they're trying to come up with a plan to use I would say probably, like, I'm gonna say, like, the portal to be able to get off the planet, but unfortunately, since he fried it, they have to find another power source to be able to get to have it work so they can escape. And when they finally get up close to what the plan is to get close to a ship to where they can get off world and be able to use that to be able to power it up. Now, I will say the way that this planet looked was absolutely amazing. I will say there was a lot of purple in this. Marvel has a thing where they do use a lot of purple in their movies, which, again, I don't mind. I think it looks rather amazing when they do it. And we also got to see a lot of course, Loki's powers in this, and he even shows off some to Sylvia as well. And when they're finally able to get close to a train to get on there, he disguises himself as a guard so they can be able to get on the train. Then they later have a conversation about why Loki is the way he is, that, you know, he was born a prince, and, well, not born a prince, but he was adopted. So was Sylvia, and she found out early, Loki didn't. And he even brings up his mother taught him magic, if that's really where his magic comes from, and why he continues to strive to be, I guess, the best magician that he can be. And then they even explain, and again, I don't think this was really necessary, but I think it was necessary probably for the characters, because, again, we do see kind of a weird, almost, I'm not trying to assume here, but possible interest on both sides for this version of Loki and the Loki we know, because they both admit that they have gotten with both sexes at some point, and they think love is just an illusion, it's an imaginary dagger, which it was interesting the way that they put that, obviously with Loki's character, as well as also with Sylvia's character, now that we're getting to know her, that she has been on her own for quite some time, and for some reason she's still wanting to go after the timekeepers for whatever reason, which is still what we're trying to figure out. Now, I will say that there was one part in this episode which I truly enjoyed, which was Tom Hiddleston singing and dancing to a Asgardian song that he was singing when he was drunk. It really brought back a lot of memories for the Thor movie, so he's still rocking as Loki as always to really bring that nostalgia back from the other movies. And Sylvia wakes up seeing him dance and sing, and what's really funny is he even does a throwback to Thor where he crashes the drink and he says, "I want another." So I love that. It's a real throwback to the very first Thor movie where Chris Hemsworth even did that, and we even get to see where they even have a big fight scene between the two Lokis and the guards of the train. And we even get to see where Loki even, unfortunately, he gets off the train, so does Sylvia going after him, and now they have no luck to get to the escape ship. And so they haven't come up with a plan, and after doing some talking and realizing that they still need each other, she even asks him, "Can I trust you?" He says, "Well, yes, you can. Basically, you can, but for right now." And then we later see how that when they finally get to the spaceship, they are trying to still hurry up and get to where they're going, but they're going to have to go through a lot of guards, and one's trying to get onto the ship. And we see this badass montage of them just fighting with each other. And then we also get to see how they are also trying to survive. And she even states that with the device that they're trying to get, with it being now destroyed from him being jumping off of, well, not getting jumped off, but more getting thrown off the train, there's going to be more of an issue. So overall, they do try to get onto the spaceship, but unfortunately it does explode. But then at the very end, they're like, "Okay, what the hell do we do?" And they just have this look like, "Okay, what's next?" And that's how it leaves us. So overall, I did enjoy this episode. It was funny. It was very dramatic. Of course, trying to figure out both what Sylvia's plan is and why she is the way she is, other than just being a version of Loki. But we also get to figure out something very interesting as well, that apparently the guard that she not really mind controlled, but went into her mind to try to get information where the timekeepers were. It was interesting because she even informs him that, because she tells him she's 100 years before she even joined the TVA, and he goes, "Well, wait a minute, what?" So we even get a oops about finding out about the TVA, that they're not what they think they are, that they're just time variants that are being used for the TVA. So now that Loki, if this is going to be the truth, it's going to be very interesting to see where they're going to take it from here and where they're going to try to take it from here, because if they really are time variants, it really makes me wonder, are the TVA, the ones that are actually wanting to be part of the TVA, really are who they say they are, even with Owen Wilson's character and the one that I guess is the boss of the TVA right now for the Timekeepers and all these others. It makes me wonder who exactly is using free will, basically. But overall, like I said, I did enjoy this episode. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribing, leave a big fat like on the video if you enjoyed, and also let me know what you think about Loki so far. I'm personally enjoying it. I do get a good smile after I'm watching this because it makes me laugh tremendously. But overall, very much enjoying this. Let me know what you guys think as always, and I'll be seeing you guys on the very next video.